Before we get started, this tutorial is for people running a Clover bootloader who are trying to get their sound working on one of these highlighted chipsets. Obviously, I downloaded the file from this site, Hackintosh OS X. Another place you can get it, if you click on this link right here, you can get it direct from its homepage, which is here. It's a little cluttered, and you have to realize if you click download zip on the right, you can get the files from here as well. Either or, it works. So now I'm closing out of my browser. Make sure you download this file from here, and then you will have what you need. So now that you have the necessary files to start, the second thing you're going to do is you're going to open Clover Configurator. Clover Configurator is what you're going to need. Click on Mount EFI. You're going to hit Check Partition. Now I already know what partition I need to look for because I've already done this. So it's disk 2 for me. It can change depending on the day your computer starts up. It starts up different every time, I find. So you're going to just mount this second disk. This is the disk that my EFI partition's on. How can you tell? Because it says EFI and you have a small 209 megabyte partition. Now there are other disks that have EFI partitions as well, but you're only going to have your EFI or your Clover bootloader installed on one of them, and you're going to have that designated in your BIOS. So then you're going to click on Mount EFI Partition, type in your user password, click on Disk, whatever the disk number is. This is disk number 2. That's the disk I need to have. Note over here in the left, I have these devices. When I click OK, I'm going to get an additional device, which is EFI. This is where my boot partition is. You do not want to be in here mucking around if you don't know what you're doing, because your computer will not start if you mess up things in here. I've added this folder here. What I did was I decompressed the zip file that I downloaded into here. I'm not going to show that because if you're watching this video, chances are you're competent enough to do this. The next thing I need is my terminal, and I've got my terminal window open already. You're going to click and drag this file right here over to your terminal window. Click and drag. Once you do that, you're going to hit enter. That's it. That's all you've got to do. You're pretty much done. The hard part is done. Now you're going to enter your password, enter, agree to everything. Basically, that's the rule. Basically, it's asking is, hey, I found the EFI partition is mounted. It sees it. If you get an error where it's not mounted, it's because you didn't do the step with Clover Configurator, and you need to go back and do the Clover Configurator step where you mount your partition, your EFI partition. So now you have, it just says confirm that you have a Realtek chipset. Whatever your chipset is, so long as it's one of the ones that were on the website that we started on, you're fine. Hit Y for yes. Clover Audio ID, inject, yes, you do want to inject, and then use the audio ID to yes. I find that's most common, so we'll use that. It's going to go ahead and do its thing, and then you're done. I'm going to show you one extra thing when we're done installing your audio. After this is done, you're going to want to restart your computer. Restart your computer right now. When you come back, you're going to go ahead into your system preferences, go to sound. You should have all these different options now for output. Now you won't have this option right here where it says 5.1 audio. Let me show you why. And it says aggregate device. So here's why. And you might want this. If you have 5.1 audio and it's analog like I have, you might want to do this option. After you restart, once again, you're going to go to your MIDI setup, and you're going to go in here. And you have all these different options as to your sound outputs and your mic in and everything else that you just installed. You're going to go down here at the bottom, and you're going to click. It says create device. You're going to click here. And then you can select the output channels that you would like the audio to run through in tandem. Now I'm going to delete this because I've already done it, so I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is that's going to give you the option to go in here, and you're going to be able to set up 6.1, 7.1 with rear or surround, whatever you like. Even quadraphonic, if you have something like that, where you don't have a sub, you can set up whatever you like. This was very useful to me because it was an option that I always wanted, but I didn't want to buy, you know, a special sound card or USB sound card. This will solve the problem for you, and I think it really makes the whole installation of your audio that much better. So good luck, and I hope this was useful for you.